Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Hinterland, and happy Monday. Can Mondays be fun days? I don't know. It's a Monday. We all have to deal with it. Maybe Mondays are different for everybody, right? I mean, for some, start of the work week. Maybe for some, start of a school week. Maybe for some, just start of another retirement week. That would be. If you're retired, I don't even want to hear about it. Congratulations. Love that you're retired, but I don't want to hear about it. I heard from a friend of mine over the weekend. Actually, I reached out to her. She was an old boss I had many years ago. I reached out to her and her husband. Haven't talked to them in forever, and got through LinkedIn. I messaged her and said, "You know what? Been thinking about you guys. Hope you're doing well. So on and so forth." This is the response I got back. Was really nice. First of all, she was like, "Yeah, it was really sweet to hear from you. Really cool. Me and my hubby are retired. We love retirement. We are currently, get this now. We are on a 2 week. I think she said 2 week, not 1 week, not 5 days. 2 week Arctic cruise. Now, for some of you, you might be saying Arctic cruise. That doesn't sound like fun. Sorry, just making sure my microphone is lined up properly. That doesn't sound like fun, but I'm going to tell you this, and you don't know this about me yet. That is my number one right now, and has been for a long time. Number one vacation that I want to go on is an Arctic cruise. I just think they would be amazing. Then it's Alaskan cruise. I'm not a Caribbean cruise guy. I don't care about hot weather and beaches. I want, even a Norwegian cruise would be, oh my gosh. Anyway, I got to stop talking about it. This is just going to get out of hand. We finished off our wheat field. I don't think you were with me. Might have been towards the tail end. The big end down here is done. And that's the biggest mamba jamba we have on the map. This one here is not too bad, but this one is was a big one. And we have still got work to do here in August. But I started thinking, you know what? We're running out of room for our grain. Because I want to keep it in the production side so we make, a little extra cash. Not that we necessarily need it, but why not, right? Totally forgot we can upgrade our factories. So we're going to take a moment to upgrade factories. This coffee bean business, by the way, I'm still distributing some raw beans over here, but I started selling some of these beans because they were overloading the coffee bean factory. Totally forgetting, by the way, mind you, that we can upgrade factories, Brad. So we're going to upgrade our coffee bean factory. It's a little late in the game. I get that, but we're going to do it anyways. So I'm going to change this from selling to distributing. And we'll see if we can't get it to keep up with 2 distributions. And we'll leave this one at selling for now. Then I thought, you know what? We need to bump up some of our grain mills because they're just not... We're filling them up with our wheat. Now, this German farm factory from Ornata, honestly didn't realize I'm looking at this, and I think this is the upgrades we've done. I didn't think we did that many upgrades on there, but according to this we have. So we're going to upgrade it again. And yes, I said again for you Canadian fans. And let's see what we got here. Has this been upgraded? Negatory. Let's upgrade this. I know it won't take wheat, but we might as well just upgrade. Upgrade till the cows come home. How's our sugar factory? Sugar factory is doing okay. I don't think we need to worry about that. That's our oil productions. We will worry about this. It won't take wheat, but in the future, I think we've got some fields. Boy, I'll have to look. Why no olives? What's going on? Why isn't the... Oh, so olive oil is being distributed for... Olive Olive oil is being distributed to where? I forget. We're not going to worry about that right now. It's being distributed somewhere. It's probably to either the cookie factory or... There's a reason why we distributed olive oil. I forget what that is right now. Our cookie factory is only on level 1. It also does flour production. Let's go ahead and upgrade our cookie factory to another level. Here's my thinking is it also gives us more storage. Yeah, quite a bit more storage because we're going to need it. We've upgraded the downtown factory. Jump! This one looks... Oh, look at this. It's making olive oil. Maybe we should start selling some olive oil. Let's see if we can bump this up too. We've got money, so we might as well upgrade some factories. We've got the cash. We've got the cash. And I think we could probably stand... Let's see. I think we looked at this before, but what's an upgrade cost here? Level 4. Level 5. I don't know how many levels you can go, but we're going to level 6 on this baby. So big news. Big news on Hinterland. In fact, I would almost suggest it's so big that I would ask all of you, I would request that all of you, yeah, I know I hit that building. I would request that all of you have a seat. If you're not sitting already, please take a seat. Why did we not? We should get a... Why are we not getting a... Why are we not getting a dump? We should be getting a dump. Oh, there's our dump. Okay. I would request that you be seated before I tell you this news, because it's that massive. Are you all seated, ready to go? Heinrich, our friend, our neighbor. In fact, I would almost go so far as to say our brother at this point has... Well, here, let me back up. Word has gotten out that we are moving. We are packing up shop and moving. And I have put Hinterland up for grabs. Heinrich, Greta, and the girl that shall not be named, right there at our animal dealer. Of course, the news spread quite quickly because there's only 3 other people technically on Hinterland. The news spread quickly, and they found out that that Hinterland was going up for grabs. They have decided to pool their funds and purchase Hinterland, which I think is just fantastic. Who better to own it than Heinrich, Greta, and where am I going? Where are we going? Let's go this way for now. So they're going to be purchasing Hinterland, which I think is fantastic. I also found out, along with that news, and maybe even because of that, Heinrich has asked Greta to marry him. Not Greta, sorry, the girl that shall not be named. I better get that right, because I think Greta and Heinrich are brother and sister. I still haven't figured that out completely. But the animal dealer girl and Heinrich are going to be hooking up in the permanent way. Before the eyes of God, they will be together as one. And purchasing with Greta, I think they're going 3-way. So yeah, exciting news. I know you're all probably speechless. I understand that. When I first heard it, I was absolutely speechless. But, you know, it's progression. We move on. So, it is what it is. I'm happy for them. I'm going to charge them an arm and a leg. I'm going to make them pay dearly for Hinterland. By the way, I haven't really mentioned, I leased, I leased this trailer here for our bale pickups because our trailer just was not keeping up with the Joneses. We need the JC Bay because we need to fuel up. Oh, get around that. Yep, don't hit the rock. There you go, Brad. We need to fuel up our combine so we can get it out of the way. As soon as it was done with this field with Courseplay, it just died. I think Courseplay had been keeping it alive for its last dying breaths here on this field as far as fuel goes. So we're going to get this thing fueled up. We're going to get it out of the way, and then we are dusting off the quick baler to have a little fun. To have a little quick fun. I love quick fun. Quick fun with quick baling. Oh, yeah. Alright, that should work right there, I would hope. Let's get over here and get in here. Get it fueled up. So that is the future of Hinterland, is us finishing up our work, getting things cleaned up, packed up, excuse me, and getting out of Dodge. We're going to take the boat and get out of here. We're not taking anything with us. I really thought about taking the old Deutz Warrior and even our little JCB buddy right here, because he is, boy, he's been a lot of fun to have too. And let's face it, that MAN truck, I really quite like that MAN truck. But it's staying here in Hinterland. They're staying here. It was just going to cost way too much to get them shipped and on the boat and everything. So we're going to leave them. We're going to leave them on Hinterland, and if we need to purchase new ones, I think we will be in a financial situation to do so. We'll see what kind of money we take over to our next map. We've got a lot of taxes to pay off and things like that on Hinterland. I've been a little bit slack on that. In fact, slack might be putting it lightly. I think I probably own the German government quite a lot of money for all this land I purchased that I really never paid the equivalent taxes on. Whoopsie. Kind of forgot about that. But that's what happens when you leave Heinrich in charge of your accounting. I should have never done that. Oh, I should have never have done that. Let's get you out of the way, Mr. Fast Track. You know, it might make sense. I just thought about this. That it actually might have made more sense to use the Fast Track with our quick bale. With our quick baler. But I think the max speed on the quick baler is 40 kilometers an hour. And boy, yeah, there we go. And the Warrior, oh, look at how good that tractor looks. Have I mentioned how good that tractor looks? I don't think I have I? Look at that bad beast. I'm not kidding. I would easily have that as my main vehicle. Just to go back and forth to work, drive to the store, get groceries. I think it's just bad to the bone. Best looking tractor on Farm Sim, in my humble opinion. Or as the kids these days say, IMHO. 80. Is that in my honest opinion or my humble opinion? Or does it work for both? And if it does work for both, how do you differentiate? Like, let's say that I didn't want to be humble. I just wanted to be honest. How would you know if I was being humble or honest? Oh, I love the quick bale. Something else we got to do. What else do we need to do? We dropped off some grain. We upgraded some factories. I wanted to do that. We can't... There's nothing else to harvest in August. So we have to wait, I think, till next month for our next harvest session. We've got a lot of straw. A lot of straw. So probably what we'll do with a good chunk of the straw is our cows are open. What is it called? The big cow area that requires straw for slurry. We can take it over to them. I think they'll take quite a lot of it. Look at that. Even with the massively wide pickup that this thing has, I still manage to appropriately miss straw that's on the ground. Wait a minute. Why something I'm going to have to say doesn't feel right. We're not hitting optimal speed, I don't feel like. Oh, there we go. Maybe it was just the incline that we were dealing with. A little bit of a hill. There's 40. That's what we want. Oh, quick baler. Quick bale. Where have you been my whole life? You have turned me to the dark side of unrealistic farming. At least for the baling side. I will give you this little hint. We will be doing some baling on our next map. That is assuredly... most assuredly going to happen. I took out the horse pack this weekend. I unpacked the horse pack this weekend. And horse aggravation map. I was going to do some recording. And I kind of got started and I got kind of into it and decided that really not to, because I think what we're going to do, I think what we're going to do is we're going to end up using, I think, several of the horse pack DLC implements on our next map. So we'll get our fill, I think, of the horse pack stuff. I think some of them are going to come in quite handy. So I just played some. I played some of the aggravation map. I actually quite like the map. I think it's a nice. It's a nice map. It's a very nice map. It's a nice open. It's got a nice open feel to it. If you're into those kind of maps, it definitely, you don't feel restricted or confined anywhere. You know, the fields feel pretty open, unlike, you know, the feel you get with like a British map or something. It's nice. It's very nice. And that big field, the largest field on that map, that's a big field. That's a good size field. Be prepared to spend a few hours on that field, no doubt. Oh, I gotta hit those more square on. I think for people who... Giants takes a rap sometimes on their field shapes and sizes. That's one comment that seems to always come up with Giants base maps. Is like, hey Giants, you know, fields aren't always, you know, squares or rectangles and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know, I don't know, I've never really felt like that's been a fair complaint. First of all, in my neck of the woods, I would venture to say that most of the fields are most definitely rectangular in shape. So I think it depends on where you live, what you're used to seeing and stuff. But I think for the most part, for American farming, and I could be wrong on this, I don't think I am. I think most American farms, and I would guess maybe even Canadian farms, you're going to find mostly squared off fields, whether they be rectangular or what have you. I don't think you're going to find as many funky shapes. But I think if you're looking for some kind of an open field feeling, and you don't have to use, obviously you don't have to use horse equipment. You don't have to stick to a particular theme on the horse map. I'd say it's a reasonably well done, or very well done, to me, North American feeling map to me. In certain parts of our country, no doubt. So I was doing some shopping this weekend, little groceries. Not a big fan of grocery shopping, not gonna lie to you, but has to be done. I'm not a big fan of eating out a whole lot, just because it's ridiculously expensive. Like, I honestly, it had been quite a while since I'd even been to McDonald's, and even when I was there, I usually stopped by maybe to get like a Coke or something. I am absolutely blown away at how much you're even paying for McDonald's these days. McDonald's. I mean, I honestly, ethically, could not bring myself to spend like $8 on a burger at McDonald's. Sorry, McDonald's, but your burgers aren't $8 worthy. At least not in my opinion. And more, if they're like specialty burgers. This is crazy money going out to eat. I don't know how some of my, like, I hear some of these younger people who are like, oh, I go out to eat most nights of the week. And what do you do for lunch? I usually just stop and pick something up for lunch. It's like, what? Where? This has got to cost you a fortune. Even if you eat cheap, it's got to cost a fortune. I saw a review on one of these. I think we talked about it. That Happy Meal. But mind you, it was a limited edition or something like that. But it was like $8 for a Happy Meal. When did Happy Meals get to be $8? Happy Meals should be like $2.50, maybe $3. I don't know. It's crazy to me. Me and my youngest son went to Chick-fil-A and had some Chick-fil-A. Love Chick-fil-A. Love their spicy chicken. Fantastic. And he loves their spicy chicken. In fact, we end up getting identical meals. Makes me very proud. Isn't that funny as a dad, as a parent, when your kids enjoy exactly what you like for food? That even makes you kind of happy, as silly as that is. But yeah, we were digging on the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken, and their French fries are excellent. So I'll find myself splurging once in a while for something like that, because that's actually kind of quality food, fast food. I just can't spend. I mean, if I took my kids out to McDonald's today, it would be $30+ bucks. And that just seems absolutely ridiculous to me. There's no way McDonald's is getting 30 of my dollars for that food. Anyways, I think I was gonna say, oh yeah, grocery shopping. Right, grocery shopping. 190 bales, huh? We've accumulated on this particular quick bale. So I was grocery shopping. Happened to be down one of my favorite aisles in the store, which is the frozen pizza aisle. Anyways, I was cooking down the frozen pizza aisle, and lo and behold, out of the corner of my eye, what do I spot? Chuck E. Cheese's frozen pizza. Now, maybe I've been missing it. I don't really know. I think it's new. I think I would have spotted it a while ago. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I don't have high expectations for it, but it is Chuck E. Cheese. You don't get game tokens or anything like that. But it did have... actually, that's not true. You actually do get... There's a clip-off coupon on the back of the pizza box for tokens. Now, I'm assuming... I don't know Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know how many are still open. I don't know how nationwide they are or whatever. I don't know what their coverage is, so maybe you've never heard of a Chuck E. Cheese. I'm going to assume you probably have, but it's just one of those pizza joints, you know, where you take the kids, not for necessarily, you don't go there for the quality of the pizza, you go there for the games and the entertainment. You know, they have like a bunch, they had like a bunch of token games, and they had music too. They had the Chuck E. Cheese E Street Band. I don't think that's what they were called, but they had the Chuck E. Cheese band. You know, they were like the animatronics like you see on Five Nights at Freddy's, on the video game Five Nights at Freddy's. Kind of creepy animatronic animals that would always come out every half hour, I think, or something like that, and play some music for the kids. Plus, if it was a birthday, it was kind of a big event, right? Stuff like that. And I couldn't remember anything about the pizza. I hadn't been there in multiple years. I think I took my kids there when they were a lot younger because we had one or have one. I don't even know if it's still open. I don't think it is. I think they really had a hard time surviving COVID, the ones that were still open. Because let's face it, anytime you go to a facility that specializes in kids entertainment in conjunction with food, it is, unless every night they actually take a garden hose or a fire hose, fill a tank with bleach, and spray down the entire facility, it is one of the more disgusting environments you'll ever find. And I'll still remember, I'm just going to warn you, what I'm about to say may not be fun if you're eating. I still remember, you know those gerbil tubes they always have? They had them at the Burger King playgrounds and stuff, but kids go in them and they crawl around inside these tubes and stuff like that. They had a massive biohazard spill in one of those when we were there. Some kid just completely lost his whatever he had consumed, and what appeared to be a meat lover's pizza. It appeared to be a meat lover's pizza and a strawberry shake. And because here's the thing is, a lot of them are clear plastic, you know, most of it's clear plastic because you don't want kids in there getting trapped and you can't find them. But most of them are clear plastic. So and they hung out the way this gerbil tube thing was designed is the tubes were kind of sprawled out a little bit over not the dining area, but some more playing areas, you know, where kids were playing maybe some arcade or some other games, whack-a-mole, stuff like that. And that kid was on the very edge of one of these corners and just absolutely lost it. And the crowd, I still remember people's reaction was just amazing. This loud crowd reaction of, oh. And then, of course, because they're kids, you know, they don't just stop and be like, oh man, we got to be really, really careful and get out of here, you know, without tromping through it. Because they're kids, they were just like, let's just keep going. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And they had to shut the thing down, and it was just a nightmare. And it wasn't the first time I've witnessed something like this. There was a deal at Burger King one time that was was equally as nasty in its own right, but it had more to do with a dirty diaper, and that just, I don't know how I find myself in these situations. Maybe I guess if you're a parent and you take your kids to enough of these kind of things, maybe this is just par for the course. I don't know, man. I was at a water park one time, and they had to shut down the kiddie pool because some idiot parent either couldn't read or didn't bother reading, or did read and didn't care. The big sign that said, do not bring your children in here while wearing diapers. You know, you were supposed to get them those plastic lined, I think it said that, like, plastic lined diapers or plastic lined swimsuits required, you know, just in case, because they're babies. They're like either babies or young toddlers who obviously, if they're put into these situations where the water is fairly warm, nature takes its natural course and things are going to happen. But some idiot brought their kid in there with just a plain old diaper, and the rest is history. They shut down the whole kiddie pool. It's just like, come on, man. Really? Really? I mean, even when I was 30 years old, if I got thrown into a warm hot tub or something like that, I really had to make a decision. You know, it was like decision time for me. Do I get up and do I get up and go to the proper facilities, or am I just gonna, you know, let myself be truly relaxed? It's just it's natural, you know. And even if I know it going into it, you know, I know it going into it. I know that if I'm gonna go to a hot tub, right? If I'm going to a hot tub, I know that's going to be a challenge. So I prep myself. I take care of business before going into the hot tub. Doesn't matter. Just doesn't. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know what happens. It just doesn't matter. My body hits that hot tub water, and it's just like I could have literally just drank a gallon of water. Kind of thinking about getting a quick baler for the fast track, or something with a little more horsepower. On some of these hills, our Warrior is taking a little bit to get up to speed. I'm thinking the fast track might be more responsive. Maybe we'll do that next time. This is a big field. This is going to be a lot of bales. This is really going to be a lot of bales. I'm going to try and get a lot of this baling done. You all are probably getting bored of the quick baler. I tell you, I don't see myself getting bored of the quick baler for a very, very long time. I just love this stinking baler. But I think we're going to call it good for this Hinterland. I am quite certain I have lost at least half of you halfway through the video when we hit the Chuck E. Cheese incident. But hopefully you've stuck with me. I really do appreciate it. You all take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Put plastic lined diapers on your kids if you're going to take them into public swimming areas. And I never did say the Chuck E. Cheese pizzas, not bad for a frozen pizza, not bad. If you like frozen pizzas that where the crust is actually a little more crunchy, and you like a lot of cheese versus sauce ratio, I would actually suggest you give it a go. The cheese to sauce ratio, at least on those Chuck E. Cheese pizzas, is definitely in favor of the cheese. So if that's kind of your if that's your thing, you might want to give it a go. They were definitely better than I expected them to be. Let's put it that way. Definitely better than what I expected. So anyways, you all take care of yourselves, and I will I'll be back here tomorrow. We'll be back on Hinterland doing something to get this map officially wrapped up. I think this will be our last week, actually, if things continue the way they are. And I'll see you then. Bye for now.